Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a game between Trunkz versus Bizzare. Two players that I have not heard of very much, but this game does promise to be very interesting and entertaining indeed. For all you guys watching out there on YouTube, definitely check out in the description below after the game. There is a link to the replay if you guys want to study what's going on. I have not seen this game, but it is coming highly recommended from WarCraft 3 info. Anyways, Bizzare opening up on the bottom left-hand side of Northern Isle as the Red Orc, opening up Altar of Storms Barracks and a Burrow. Looks like it will be a Blade Master with Grunts opening, going up against, well, Night Elf. You can't really infer all that much early on. Ancient of War, Altar of Elders. It could be a Demon Hunter, could be a Keeper of the Grove. Most definitely will be Archers. It could even also be a Warden first, but I think that's a distant third. Yeah, Demon Hunter actually going to be chosen here by Trunkz. So Trunkz going up against Bizzare in this 1v1 matchup. On the bottom left-hand side, we are looking at Blade Master coming across here. There is that barracks. We are getting up a Voodoo Lounge, and this is a little bit more old school type of play. When I say old school, I'm thinking back to 2018, 2019, for that long stretch, or 2013 to 2019, where this was just the standard thing. Blade Master, Altar of Storms, Grunt, Voodoo Lounge. Over the past couple of days, I have very much been very critical and negative of of Blizzard. I will say this though, the balance changes and the addition of Sundering Armor, changes to Orb of Fire, those changes to try and rebalance the game actually, well, made Warcraft 3 a bit more interesting. Keeper of the Grove first has become a dominant style of play, not making it always Demon Hunter first. So there are a bit more decisions early on. Whether or not that required a $50 upgrade in order to justify the necessary changes and look at it, I don't think so. I'm not going to even sugarcoat that one. I don't think we really got our money's worth for that. But in the end, we do end up with a better product overall. Anyways, Demon Hunter gonna go ahead clear things up here now, going after this last Murloc Huntsman. Back over here to the top left, Blade Master with a Grunt clearing out some creep camps as well. Wisp doing a little bit of scouting, and the early stages is gonna in fact have, well, Murlocs and all of these units. Are we going to see perhaps an ensnare and detonation right there, finally going after this Murloc Huntsman? All right, interesting thing to note, the detonation doesn't remove that healing salve regeneration. So that is, I guess, technically a physical, not a magical a buff right there. Therefore, that Wisp does not remove regeneration. I'm sure Night Elf players already knew that, and I'm sure most players, or well, most veteran players knew that as well. We are looking at level 2 versus level 2. The Demon Hunter, well, a little bit high on experience here, does have a potion of replenishment as well. Hasn't used much of his mana at all. I don't believe he mana burned anything. Meanwhile, the Blade Master is looking for some easy targets. We are going to be teching the tier 2 already halfway done, already a 3 or 2/3 of the way done, as well as the Demon Hunter and Blade Master just trying to feel each other out. All right, there's a little double back right there. Blade Master did wind walk and then walk backwards, and this is always a little bit of a mind game for the Demon Hunter. Where exactly is that Blade Master, and when should I expect that he is still around, or should I go off and do my own thing? Demon Hunter taking a little bit of damage there, now going after these units. Archers finally show up to offer a little bit of support, trying to finish things off. There is, well, a reveal right there, making sure that there is no Blade Master nearby. Pure Up of Vitality is dropped. Demon Hunter now looking to back away, going after these units here. All right, Demon Hunter could go for that Potion of Replenishment. Meanwhile, the Blade Master clearing out his opponent's 5/4/4 creep camp. Rather dangerous and risky. Also, Bizzare didn't reposition the Tuskar warriors so that the ensnared Grunt could actually get in damage. This warrior will get taken down pretty fast as well. Blade Master is now strongly at level 2, closer to level 3, but the Demon Hunter has already gotten there. Hello, Dust Wallow Dweller, how are you doing? I'm glad you could also stop on by, say hi. Quick mana burn onto that Blade Master. Blade Master coming back around, getting in some Windwalk strikes, going after some more of those units. Coming back through, we are going into a Tauren Totem. A Bestiary is placed down, and we are also getting up that follow-up Shadow Hunter. We don't see, nope, Tavern Hero it is. Trunkz opting to go for a Naga Sea Witch, as we see a little bit of exchange mana burn against that Blade Master. Blade Master separated from the rest of his army, needs to regroup, and from there perhaps will be able to make a little bit of a play as well. Not quite sure how I want all of these cables to work now. My daughter also uses this computer occasionally, moving microphones and cameras around, hence a little bit of me having to clean up my desk every time I sit down at my desk now, as opposed to the good old days before COVID, where I pretty much knew I had a clean work area to use. Coming back through, Blade Master sitting at level 3, Shadow Hunter sitting at 1.5. You guys can keep track of the hero levels off in the corners as well. Demon Hunter, Naga Sea Witch, getting in position here. Blade Master perhaps trying to get in a little bit of damage made, and we now see a quick ensnare. Trunkz does have the Sentry Ward, so knows that the Blade Master was there. There's a quick Hex, and damage is going to rack up real quick. Trunkz trying to get Trunkz trying to dodge the surround, does dodge the surround as a second mana burn goes down onto the Shadow Hunter. Shadow Hunter now out of mana, unable to hex any longer, as the Demon Hunter and Naga go back to their respective ways. No, my daughters have online like school sessions and therapy sessions, so they needed the microphones and a good video camera in order to keep track of everything, or not video. Well, not video. Well, yeah, a good webcam to keep track of everything. All right, coming back through, we are looking at low hit point Grunt backing away. It should be saved. However, the Naga Sea Witch may have some other words. No, it looks as though it will be able to slip away as units are trying to back up. Blade Master with Windwalk actually tailing this Night Elf army, spotting that spotting those units quickly, and then now coming around. We do see a Raider going in and snare onto the Naga Sea Witch, as the Blade Master able to escape at 140 hit points, not really in danger of falling, as we know how durable that Blade Master is, and he's also still has a potion of invulnerability. However, he may want to be trying to save that invulnerability for a later fight. All right, both sides have been trying to engage, trying to get into a favorable position for a fight, but no one's really actually been committed. We haven't actually gotten to so to speak, showdown value to really see who has the stronger army as of yet. Trunkz does have a smaller army, 32 over 40 supply, compared to Bizzare's 46 over 51, but Bizzare has not really pulled the trigger to try and engage. Coming back around, we are already at Tree of Eternity, and we are now training up Ancient of Lore and getting up some bears. Bears will be in abundance here in just a moment. Meanwhile, the Shadow Hunter is looking to get to level 3. So it's going to be bears and archers coming back around. Devotion Aura on the Demon Hunter for a little bit more survivability. I don't see a Staff of Preservation, though. Surprisingly, as well, we're looking at Trunkz go into bears without a Staff of Preservation. Staff of Preservation, incredibly frustrating to play against in the hands of a masterful player or even a semi-pro player, as all that time you spend trying to clear out or finish off a unit just turns into a free teleport, go back home, heal back up, and then a push back through once more. Naga Sea Witch now has that Staff of Preservation. The archer, maybe Naga Sea Witch held back for it. Demon Hunter may consider giving that pendant. Thank you for the follow. As the Staff of Preservation pendant is now on that Naga Sea Witch, we should be looking at more forked lightning and more cold arrows. We are getting up a watchtower first, something that more orc players have been doing recently. All right, Serpent Wards are now down. Level 2 Serpent Wards, not even going for Healing Wave, and this damage is going to add up perhaps a bit quick. Double Serpent Wards here. Dryads could get poked very quickly if he's not careful. Bearers now trying to make their way over. Archers can easily get some damage as the Blade Master finds the army of archers there. However, the army of Bizzare actually backing up here, not opting to engage, even though he did have triple Serpent Wards already down. There's one on Nagasi, which make Alliance great again. Follow me, Lax. Thank you. How do I have such a low view count? This is actually just a hobby. It is not something I do for hours and hours on end. So I haven't built up the following that some people say I deserve. Anyways, coming back around, if you are looking for WarCraft 3, definitely check out my YouTube channel. I do have a lot of videos there, even though, and I have a bigger presence on YouTube. Coming back around. Anyways, let's go ahead and, well, push back through. Bear is now trying to chase in from behind. Gonna catch a couple of grunts. There goes one grunt. Fork Lightning damaging more units. Scroll of Speed now being used there. Final arrow in the back, taking down that Spirit Walker as he, well, dissolves into the ground. All right, apparently decomposing bodies decompose very quickly in Azeroth as, well, that flesh is not long for this world. Coming back through, Demon Hunter, Naga Sea Witch, trying to make their way back forward, or trying to make their way forward. Blade Master trying to clean up units from behind, but this Blade Master has been constantly separated from that Orc army, unable to really maximize its damage. We're at 50 compared to 49 supply. We are getting up the expansions. We do have spiked barricades on these watchtowers, so damage will be reflected back here as more watchtowers are getting up. All right, Demon Hunter trying to dive straight on into this Great Hall. Great Hall will end up getting canceled as the Demon Hunter is absorbing quite a bit of damage and, well, evading much of it. Rejuvenation now going down, while trying to get some damage onto the Druid of the Claw before he goes into bear form, but that, well, might actually rack up enough. There is reflecting damage as well, trying to add the damage onto the Dryads. And this is a beautiful play by Bizzare, actually microing these towers to be more effective. Meanwhile, Staff of Preservation returns the Druid of the Claw back home, but, well, actually it could be in a little bit more of a dangerous spot here. All right, we're looking at one Moonwell getting taken down. Double Serpent Wards, triple Serpent Wards are here as well. And this is only the level 3 variety. Those level 3 variety deal 27 to 30 damage each, and they do get higher at level 5. Serpent Wards now all cleaned up here. Naga Sea Witch will stay at 3. Demon Hunter will stay at 4. Meanwhile, Bizzare is doing the hit and run tactics. And once Bizzare's Great Hall is operational, those hit and run tactics will become much more effective. Trunkz sitting on 1,000 gold, wanting to make sure that he replenishes his units if they do get taken down. And the Blade Master and the Shadow Hunter of Bizzare have constantly been low on mana. They haven't really been able to commit to a fight here, but this may be Bizzare's tactic to just constantly try to hit and run his way through. But, well, hit and run involves some running. Blade Master not able to run fast enough there, gets taken down at level 3. All right, now that the hit and run tactics have come to an end, well, there should be a good amount of gold for Bizzare in about another minute or so once that expansion gets operational. Trunkz, however, well, yes, he is committing to a big attack now. He spent 800 gold. I'm not quite sure on what. Did he buy a handful of other items? That is what I'm looking for. Demon Hunter picking up, yes, an Orb of Venom and picking up a Scroll of Town Portal to replace the one that he lost. 800 gold, and now trying to commit to a fight here, but while dealing with spiked barricades. Those spiked barricades, I'm sorry, I do not study the level of the spikiness of those spiked barricades, but I do believe it's reflecting. Oh wow, that is 15 points of damage per attack, so that is actually rather high, as we see a Staff of Preservation return the Demon Hunter after he walked all the way across the map. All right, both sides trying to absorb a bit of damage while dealing damage as well. However, the Altar of Storms gets taken down first. New Bestiary trying to be built, but the bears of the claws of the bear is going to be able to rake through those without any problem, and now take down that Foreign Totem as well. All right, are we going to perhaps be looking into a base race scenario? Demon Hunter could be in a little bit of trouble, but he is fighting at home He does have a potion of lesser invulnerability, and well, I don't believe there's a shop nearby, but there are plenty of Moonwells. Here we are going into an engagement. Bears are fighting their way through. Units are trying to retreat back, and it looks as though one grunt, well, will barely make it, escaping at, I don't know how many hit points, 2 hit points, after the Orb of Venom takes away some of those precious hit points. With that said, though, Bizzare is, well, he's running on 2 bases, even though he's not fully mining or saturating here. I gotta believe that this is gonna be corrected and fixed in just a moment. Or does he have tunnel vision? Finally saying, what? Wait a second. I have an economic advantage. Why don't I take it? Passing by the tavern, are we looking to hire up and, well, get the Blade Master back out onto the battlefield? Yes, getting that Blade Master back out onto the battlefield. Healing Salve going to try and do a little bit of recovery. And now the Shadow Hunter does have a Scroll of Town Portal, so will be able to retreat back rather nicely. The fortified armor on the Watchtower, coupled with that with the piercing damage for the Dryads, the reflecting damage for the Bears, and all the melee units, should keep this Great Hall operational. Hope that Blade Master trips and breaks his neck. Crota is best indeed. Black to Warcraft does a lot for the community, but their actual game casts aren't as good. I'll tell you this: the reason why I appreciate that Dust Wallow Dweller, but one of the reasons why I can put more into individual game casts is because I don't cast 4 6-hour tournaments. I know I have a definite end. I'm going to be casting for 1 hour, so in that hour, I try to give as much energy as I can to make the cast entertaining. But yeah, when you try to do it for hours and hours on end, um, I know that my quality goes down as well. I miss things. I miss even more things as well. So chalk up the fact that their cast, sometimes they miss things or you don't feel they're as good, to the fact that they're doing it for oftentimes 6 hours straight. Coming back through, Kodo Beast, well, lining things up here. Bears trying to get in some damage once more. And really, this is just turning into a game of who can destroy the other person's base first. Fork Lightning coming back through as well. Bears are actually taking quite a bit of damage here. And this is something that, well, you do have to be careful. The Bears are taking about 20 to 25 damage per swing as we now teleport back across here. Tree of Life quickly taken down. Demon Hunter finishes off a grunt as, a Druid of the Claw almost taken down. It was ensnared. I believe these are grunt corpses. I don't believe there were any bear corpses on the ground. 45 supply compared to 52. Bizzare once more with the lead as he has the economic advantage after this fight. Yes, Bizzare's base a little bit worse for wear, doesn't have nearly as much, lost his bestiary again, so does not have any ways to try to train up anything else. Building a bestiary first over here rather than building up a great hall. Interestingly enough, also leaving behind a tome of knowledge and a mantle of intelligence. A lot of, well, banter is actually sometimes nice in a Warcraft 3 cast. If you're able to like redirect the banter, or you're able to have banter for times in a game when the game isn't that exciting, that is often important. Anyways, Bear's gonna go ahead and try and get into some engagement here. Blade Master out of mana once more. Raiders going after the Dryads. Dryads will get taken down. No, Raider trying to save himself still gets taken down, as well as we see an ensnare go down onto the Naga Sea Witch. Sea Witch going to be in a little bit of trouble. Healing Wave trying to bounce around. Naga Sea Witch turns around, going to stop those Raiders in its track as the final arrow does find its target. Units retreating back once more, and Trunkz once again down by 13 supply, 11 supply in the army, still able to retreat back and regroup. All right, and this is coming in from only level 2 Serpent Wards, not quite the level 3 variety, as the Demon Hunter, no ensnare there, trying to get in more damage, and still the Bestiary off to the right is finally training up some Raiders and some Kodos. No more Raiders, no more ensnares, making hit and run tactics a bit weaker. Bizzare has constantly had the higher advantage here, but still has not come out ahead. Meanwhile, Tree of Eternity has only 3 minutes of mining left inside of the main bases. Remember, Northern Isle, the expansion, doesn't have that much gold. It does run out relatively quickly, I believe, after 15 minutes. So those gold mines, if you establish them early on, do run out around now. No fast expansions in this game, as the bears are now going into, well, bear form. A quick Druid of the Claw, however, does not go into bear form. Quickly gets bursted down with 2 critical strikes from that Blade Master. Important to engage with those Druids of the Claw in a bear form. They get a massive, massive damage or a hit point bonus as the units are now looking to retreat back. Dustfall Dweller, I appreciate you calling them therapy sessions. They seem to be therapy sessions for me sometimes, to just share what's on my heart, share what's been troubling me. So yeah, a therapy session, a good description of what's going down. Anyways, Bizzare having a 1 Kodo in the belly of the beast, having 2 more Kodos off over here. Are we going to go in for an engagement? Why aren't these Kodos actually in the front portion to try and get in another snack? That is the question. There is another snack indeed. Grunt going to get taken down, and at this, oh, beautiful Staff of Preservation for that save right there. Spirit Link now going across multiple units. It looks as though a Grunt could get taken down, but 2 bears, I repeat, 2 bears are getting digested, and with digestion and an 8 supply difference, Trunkz, even though he has the supply advantage, actually has the smaller army out on the battlefield by about 10%. Still fighting their way through. Blade Master could be in a bit of trouble. Does use a Scroll of Healing. Demon Hunter has a Scroll of Healing as well. Does a Hex, and Trunkz gets a Staff of Preservation for the save. Beautiful micro right there as Trunkz now trying to retreat back there. I thought perhaps that we were going to see the death of the level 5 Demon Hunter. Instead, loss of a Tree of Life, which could be just as damaging. All right, coming back through, there is 1 Ancient Protector off to the side trying to finish off that Great Hall here. More hit and run tactics. The Demon Hunter back out onto the battlefield, able to get in damage again. Kodo Beast, Bears continuing to fight their way through. 2 empty bellies trying to look for additional targets. Blade Master trying to hone that down as the Blade Master finally forced to use a Scroll of Town Portal. Low hit point Kodo Beast down to 143, down to 58, and finally gets taken out. All right. Bizzare once more has gold here. But the peons not looking to work. Feels like my children, they have everything they need to do what I want them to do, but I needed to give them the instructions over and over and over again. No. Now, Kodo Beast, Spirit Walkers, Raiders now looking to engage once more. Blade Master making its way back out onto the battlefield, and I'll say this, right? Like people stop by, say, "Wow, you're a really good caster. You're one of the best casters I've heard," and then they don't stay. And I still only have 9 viewers after 23-minute game. So, yeah. If some people are like, "Yeah, you should talk less," too. I'm like, oh. I really don't know what you need to do in order to gain more views on Twitch. Really don't. Demon Hunter looking to test the waters off in the front here. Double Serpent Wards in the front as well. Kodo Beast in the back. Kodo Beast taking quite a large amount of damage. Healing Wave does going to go ahead, try and dine and dash here. No Scroll of Speed as a Kodo Beast now eats another bear as well. Hex going down onto the Demon Hunter. Units are now still trying to retreat, as well as the Blade Master going after some of those additional targets. Bizzare using the Kodo Beast as a temporary storage locker for enemy units. Scroll of Speed does need to be used in order to get these low hit point Kodo Beasts back out of the battle. This beast down to 4 hit points really has no reason to be in this fight here. This is Bizzare going to eat another Kodo. Yes, does do exactly that. No Scroll of Town Portal, no Scroll of Speed. That bear is returned back out. Blade Master having a little bit of troubles here, and I would have thought we could have been looking at some hit and run tactics. Scroll of Speed, Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, more damage still being added on through. This bear trying to engage back once more, going to get poked to death by these Serpent Wards, as still more units are getting healed up. There's level 5 now onto the Shadow Hunter. Blade Master going after the Naga Sea Witch. Demon Hunter now trying to turn back around. What is going on? There's a Fork Lightning giving level 6 to the Demon Hunter, and what a switch and change that is. All right, level 6 Metamorphosis now available in play. Well, rain damage, poison damage, chaos damage, and the Shadow Hunter taking quite a bit of damage indeed. Units trying to retreat back. That Shadow Hunter down to 49 hit points. Looks like it will be retreating. as the units are now making their way back again. All right, Naga Sea Witch, Metamorphosis, Demon Hunter, well, really making a big play across the board here. Demon Hunter's Metamorphosis does have a little bit more time. Cold Arrows could be used as well to try and pick off more enemy units. And Bizzare, who has had a lead throughout much of this game, finally, well, the hero level advantage of Trunkz really starting to take shape. At this time, some of us uploading on YouTube splash damage. I work in the daytime and usually miss the streams. But thank God for YouTube, where my yeah, range, chaos, poison, splash. That's quite, yeah. That was a quick change up there. We are looking. Tree of Eternity has, well, entangled the gold mine here. We are looking at a Tree of Life trying to entangle a gold mine here. Blade Master and Shadow Hunter, importantly, has gotten to level of 5 here. So we are going to be looking at level 3 Serpent Wards. Meanwhile, Bizzare's bases are very well protected with a number of watchtowers and that spiked barricade, making it difficult to attack the orc buildings altogether. We are going to be looking at a Tree of Life taking quite a bit of damage here. Demon Hunter going to try and engage here. Trip or quad Serpent Wards poking around. Peons are now making their way through, and those Serpent Wards, 48 to 52 points of damage with an average attack speed. Essentially, those Serpent Wards are dealing more damage than, oh, beautiful Staff of Preservation right there, than a fully upgraded Rifleman. They do have less hit points, more Watchtowers are going down, but this Tree of Life will not get up and operational at all. The Entangled Gold Mine, even if it does finish, will not matter. I watch every cast in YouTube, but often miss you live. Nice to be here. And Janesse, thank you for stopping on by. All right, we're looking at a 4-base Orc going up against a 2-base Night Elf. You would normally say, well, Orc has the game in the bag, but it is the level 6 Demon Hunter who, with Metamorphosis, who could still cause a number of problems. Trunkz, however, does need to save his only mining base. It is now down to 2,000 or 1,700 hit points and dropping quickly. I don't see a Scroll of Talent Portal. There it is, finally coming into position here. Units are going to be trying to retreat back. No repairs, and in comes the army. Naga Sea Witch, Demon Hunter needs 12 more seconds. 12 more seconds, maybe 12 seconds too late, as the Wisp are now making their way back out. Demon Hunter now leading the charge here, getting a mana burn off onto a Spirit Walker. Does not want to have to deal with Spear Link in this battle. Repairs getting underway. Gold getting mined as well. 63 supply compared to 40 supply. Fork Lightning as a low hit point bear getting taken down once more. Metamorphosis now online, down to 700 hit points though. The Demon Hunter going to have a little bit of a bad time trying to finish off some of these additional units as the Serpent Wards are still poking their way through. Shadow Hunter now finally out of mana. This push may be coming to an end, but the Metamorphosis's counter push may be too strong as the Demon or as the Naga Sea Witch does get to level 6 as well, opting to go for level 3 Cold Arrows alongside level 3 Fork Lightning. Level 3 Cold Arrows. Are we going to see perhaps a bit of damage? You can see that Kodo Beast getting absolutely melted. Dryad taking quite a bit of damage as well. Kodo Beast going to try and eat a bear, trying to dine and dash. No Scroll of Speed. Spirit Link is now down there as the units are looking to retreat back. Looking to finish off that Spirit Walker. One more shot. Does miss the damage as it goes into the ethereal realm. I know. Used to love Secret a few 1v1. Yeah, I played some 1v1s in the past. Not something I am quite proud of. There was the caster versus pros game. It was 4 casters versus 3 pro players. Me and 2 other casters, not the Back to WarCraft guys, and obviously not Todd because that's like pro turned caster, right? But still, really fun, and to know that the casters could actually win out those fights and win those games. Naga Sea Witch, level 6, coming back through double Serpent Ward. It was a 4v3, right? It was a 4v3. I mean, if it was like King of the Hill, the pros would have won easily. Anyways, coming back through, we are looking at Naga Sea Witch, Demon Hunter, both sitting at level 6. Blade Master, Shadow Hunter, both sitting at level 5. Could be rather dangerous. A quick run in, mana burn onto that Shadow Hunter, run back out. I believe the range on that mana burn is actually a little bit farther. The Demon Hunter didn't need to get that close in order to get that mana burn. That could be a good idea now or last year. I don't know. It was like 3 years ago. If Elf wins this, I'm so impressed. Well, Elf does have a few things going for him, which is the Demon Hunter with Orb of Venom at level 6, being able to use that range chaos splash damage. Very difficult to shut him down. Additional Moonwells are being placed down, but Trunkz really, at this point in stage, doesn't have an army. Meanwhile, we're looking at Bizzare mining off of 3 bases right now, soon to be 2 bases, as one mining base will soon be coming down. At this point in stage, Bizzare is looking to, well, just play efficiently. He knows he doesn't want to run into a fight where he could lose. And that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to not lose the game. He's not flat out trying to win. He's just trying to not lose, which is often a dangerous, dangerous position to try and take. If you're not going for the win and your opponent is, well, you often come across weird scenarios where things get flipped a bit more. The Demon Hunter does have chaos damage, so he's able to deal quite a bit of damage to the Voodoo Lounge with range. Normally, heroes are not able to deal that damage, and he's also able to avoid the spiked barricades. Kodo Beast does have a belly in the beast right there, and empty belly off on the other side. There's a quick scroll of healing used to counteract. Beautiful use of the ethereal realm right there to try and dodge a bit of damage, but the Blade Master does end up falling. All right, level 5 Blade Master is falling here. Fork Lightning, more damage, healing wave still bouncing on through. Demon Hunter is currently Metamorphosis down to 300 hit points, still trying to make its way back as the Serpent Wards are eating things up. Level 6 now on the Shadow Hunter, 44 supply compared to 53. Is Trunkz doing it? That is the question, as the Naga Sea Witch trying to make its way forward and really needed to land the Fork Lightning on these 2 back Spirit Walker realm. Instead, only hit 1 Spirit Walker in the non-ethereal realm, not getting that kill. Coming back through, though, we have been seeing, well, Raiders doing the hit-and-run tactics onto the main base. There is 1 Druid of the Claw left behind here, and, well, the hit-and-run tactics, I believe, with Pillage is just more gold that Bizzare is able to gather. All right, Serpent Ward easily going to get cleaned up here. Demon Hunter perhaps going to try and finish off this 1 Voodoo Lounge. Well, Watchtowers trying to poke apart here. Are we going to see a Fork Lightning go down? Wait, what is this going down here? Fork Lightning stopping a little bit of mining and then retreating back, perhaps trying to get to level 7 for Tornado. That may be the strategy and tactic here, just trying to get to Tornado and get Tornado online. Meanwhile, the Blade Master is out here back onto the battlefield. All right, we are at 58 supply compared to 50. There we are now looking at, well, there is Tornado taking down those buildings. That is going to be key, and also Cyclone picking up some of those other units. No way to stop the Naga Sea Witch except for Hex right there, as that does come to an end. The 2 towers do quickly fall. All right, 2 ultimate abilities, Staff of Preservation, hit and run tactics once more. Only 1 Staff of no, 2 Staff of Preservations, but they may be on cooldown. Beautiful Staff of Preservation there, teleporting them a little bit further back, and now perhaps trying to get a bit of rejuvenation going. All right, Raiders are trying to land the ensnares. There goes the ensnare onto the Druid of the Claw, who wants to just go back into a Druid, try to heal back up. Low hit point Druid of the Claw gets taken down. Another Druid of the Claw in, well, Druid form gets taken down. And this could be the end for Trunkz here, as he quickly loses 2, almost 3 Druids of the Claw here. 63 supply compared to 38. Trying to chase back the other way. Bizzare not sticking around for the fight for some odd, strange reason, and ends up losing another Raider right there. Demon Hunter still needs 3 more seconds. 2, 1. Are we going to see Metamorphosis come online? Yes, we are. Forcing a fight at an engagement at an inopportune time. Scroll of Town Portal will be needed in order to back away, as there goes another unit taken out. Demon Hunter now making its way over here to the top left. The Scroll of Town Portal did not teleport back to this base here, so Bizzare may end up losing the top left-hand expansion. Meanwhile, Kodo Beast, well, still wandering around, perhaps waiting for some additional meals as well. Last Watchtower will get finished off here. Metamorphosis, chaos damage onto the Great Hall. No, instead going to go after all of the peons here. Peons getting taken down pretty quickly. There's a little bit more splash damage unit, and, well, gain a bit more experience. Level 7. Demon Hunter looking to finish things off, finish all of the peons, but not going to be able to finish off the Great Hall, as the Orc army now shows back up onto the battlefield, trying to eat another bear. And the Kodo Beast says, "Don't mind if I do." Wait, he's right there. All right, doesn't need to eat it. It will have room in its belly for another target. Bears now trying to retreat back here. 50 supply compared to 58. Orc still winning in the overall supply count as the Kodo Beast are going to try and dine and dash once more. You see a low hit or a near full hit point Druid of the Claw now trying to retreat back again. Kodo Beast have been hitting up those targets. Trunkz and now chasing after that Druid of the Claw as it's trying to get away. Blade Master going after the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter, however, did get a rejuvenation. That was quickly dispelled, and another ensnare goes down on a separate Druid of the Claw. Druid of the Claw going to get finished off by Spirit Walkers and Kodo Beast. One Kodo Beast has room in its belly still as the Demon Hunter looking to fight its way through. Staff of Preservation for the save. It will only teleports it, well, a half a screen away, but still enough to give a little bit of breathing room and cast a rejuvenation onto that Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter now trying to push their way back in once more. The Raiders and the Grunts with their pillage able to get an additional gold every time they attack buildings. And Bizzare is still somehow not closed the door on this game. Bizzare, with the major economic advantage, has not been able to shut down Trunkz completely. Trunkz been dodging taxes by staying in no upkeep for so long, but it constantly means that his army is actually rather small as well. Also, Staff of Preservation not nearly as useful when you accidentally teleport your army into range of a bunch of Spirit Walkers and the Druid of the Claw just simply falls over. All right, damage still adding up once more. Demon Hunter trying to chase after the Druid of the Claw there. Blade Master could get taken down. Blade Master does get taken down, and now level 6 Blade Master is gone. Demon Hunter trying to finish things off the other side. Is this the counter push that we've been waiting for here as the Druid of the Claw looking to perhaps get some rejuvenations down as well? Mana burn onto the Spirit Walkers. Needs to make sure to get the, try and remove as much mana from those Spirit Walkers to try and get a rejuvenation down. Gets a rejuvenation down onto that Demon Hunter and is still walking around here. Up down to 200 hit points. Spirit Walker's low on mana. Low hit point Druid of the Claw is going to be able to Staff of Preservation. Yes, it does. Only the Staff of Preservation right next to the army once again. Staff of Preservation doesn't work how you think it works when the fight is right next to you. He's got to remember that. Trunkz losing a handful of bears so far in this game here. There goes a 224 critical strike, finishing off another unit. Demon Hunter Metamorphosis is online. Needs to get a little bit of moon juice to try and use it. Why isn't he using it yet? Down to 139. Still trying to finish off some more units. Trying to take some units down here. There's a mana burn finishing off another Spirit Walker instead of going into that Metamorphosis. Still, Naga Sea Witch continuing to fight their way through, trying to perhaps finish off some more units, looking to head back. We should be getting up a new rejuvenation onto the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter doesn't have to worry about disenchant right now. Demon Hunter trying to push back the other way and is doing quite a bit of damage. All right, Demon Hunter down to, 400 hit points. There's a mana burn, finishes off another Spirit Walker. Could try and finish off another Spirit Walker, unable to do exactly that. Cold Arrows as the Blade Master down to 57 hit points. Staff of Preservation moves the Naga Sea Witch just a handful distance away as the Bears trying to regain a little bit of mana for another rejuvenation. Demon Hunter does need to keep a little bit of distance as the Naga Sea Witch gets to level 8. So much healing, so much disenchant going down. Bears constantly heading out onto the battlefield, and whoever said giving those bears additional bit of mana out of the Ancient of Lores isn't gonna help that much, well, is absolutely wrong. That is what is keeping Trunkz in this game as the Demon Hunter is nearing level 8. All right, Demon Hunter, Naga Sea Witch, this war of attrition. And still somehow, the Trunkz' army rather small, a handful of bears, we'll say that's 12, 22, or 22, yeah, 25, maybe there's some other units I'm not spotting anywhere, but this is still a very dangerous game indeed. Bizzare has mined out the bottom right. He has mined out the 6 o'clock location, and he may end up not being able to mine the top left-hand side as Trunkz has 3 minutes of mining left. No real doubt who has more gold or who has spent more gold in this matchup. But still, Fork Lightning now coming through Serpent Wards and Snare onto the Naga Sea Witch. Naga Sea Witch could be in a little bit of trouble. Does actually have, interestingly enough, does have Mana Shield, able to absorb a little bit of damage. Now finally out of mana. Is he going to be able to get free? Trunkz loses the Naga Sea Witch here as more fights now going across. All right, Spirit Link now onto the Peon. The Peon's able to absorb quite a bit of damage as well. Trunkz down to 33 supply compared to Bizzare's 59. Is it finally going to be enough? Metamorphosis on the Demon Hunter trying to break free from this situation. Another Raider will get taken down. Mana Burn trying to finish things off. Blade Master still having plenty of mana as the Demon Hunter tries to retreat back and away. All right, army size, 17 supply compared to 40. We could be looking at another rejuvenation. Demon Hunter needs to make its way through. Are we going to see a disenchant there? Yes, quick disenchant onto the staff of, or onto the rejuvenated Demon Hunter there as he tries to retreat back. All right, are we going to get another rejuvenation in store? There's another rejuvenation. It is still healing up quite a bit, quickly getting disenchanted once more. There's another rejuvenation again, trying to save those Moonwells. Drinking from the Moonwells is absolutely key and important right now, as the Moonwells do represent a good amount of hit points. Demon Hunter still having a rejuvenation, still staying alive for all this time. Meanwhile, multiple Kodo beasts have bears in the belly. Two bears in the belly of the beast. And is that finally gonna be enough, as the Ancient of Wonders may get taken down here? No new base mining in. Trunkz is the last one mining, but the Blade Master falls at level 6. Naga Sea Witch now back out here from the south side. Can he stop the Naga Sea Witch? Perhaps gets any of these bears back, trying to save some of these units. Naga Sea Witch, Staff of Preservation, moves the Demon Hunter back a little bit without the Blade Master. Blade Master represents a large amount of damage, and the army here, well, accounting for the Kodo Beast's digestive damage, does have a little bit of damage here, but is it going to be enough? Spirit Walker with Spirit Link trying to keep all of these Kodos alive and still keep the pressure on. Demon Hunter coming back the other way, now trying to retreat. Only about 90 seconds of mining left. Going to finish off another grunt, as Spirit Link is keeping these grunts alive. Cold arrows coming back on through. Demon Hunter going to try and finish things off, and finishes off another grunt right there. All right, we could be looking at another rejuvenation. There is a couple of Moonwells in the back. A new bear or a new Druid of the Claw will be coming out, giving gifts of rejuvenation onto that Demon Hunter as they try and save this Tree of Eternity. All right, no more Moonwell at the natural expansion. One Kodo Beast, is it going to be saved? Trying to save it right there. It looks like it's going to be done, digested here in just a moment. Spirit Walker gets in the way and is able to stop as it, well, it looked like it ate a new bear. That's what happened there. All right, a new bear now getting digested, and it's not even in bear form, meaning that it has less hit points to try and eat through. 30 supply compared to 32. Bizzare is actually in a bit of trouble here. Only has one hero and losing in terms of the level advantage. Demon Hunter trying to go after the Shadow Hunter. Shadow Hunter trying to, well, retreat back away. The Demon Hunter is able to escape at 55 hit points. Another rejuvenation. Druids of the Claw constantly staying in Druid form to try and heal. And then Staff of Preservations to come back the other way. Bizzare with a major amount of additional gold. 37,000 gold mined, 7,000 gold lost to upkeep. Almost mining, what is that? 15,000 more gold than his opponent, or yeah, 15,000 gold more than his opponent, and still unable to come away with the victory. Beautiful micro, constant healing coming across from those Druids of the Claw. And this is a point that I've said in the past. Mana is a resource. So, how you have mana in the end game, which is constantly being generated, turns into a direct effect on the battlefield. And in this game, it turned into hit points on a Demon Hunter and a Naga Sea Witch, which in turn translated into damage, which in turn translated into victory. The Demon Hunter using Metamorphosis, the Naga Sea Witch getting up to Tornado, able to take down that top left expansion, and essentially winning out 4 bases versus 2 after a 42-minute marathon of a match. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys thought about this game in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time.